This is the last official co-pilots of the year, and it's the closest to the end of the year we've ever got.
Normally we'd be done by December. Like we'd have finished.
Yeah, we missed a bunch of stuff, didn't we? Why?
Yeah.
What was it? I can't remember what it was. There was a wedding, but we sort of survived that.
We figured out the wedding because we just recorded a bunch beforehand,
Yeah.
and then we had a little break, so you could get used to being married
to your wife, which is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Now.
It is weird, but I'm okay with it. And then, you were just shouting at people, I think, and then I was ill.
Shouting at people?
Yeah, you were angry at someone. I can't remember who.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, yeah. I was really fucking angry.
Yeah, because I literally got a text that was like, I'm really angry. Let's not record. And I was like, all right, fine.
It was for the best that we didn't on that day, because I was fucking annoyed. So.
Yeah, and then I was ill, and then there might have been another week where then you were in London, I think.
Yeah, where you live, and where we again failed to record in the same building.
Yeah, but we watched a film, so that was work.
That was good, actually, getting up at... Well, we started watching that at like 9 o'clock in the morning as well, and it was a horror film, so that was good fun.
Yeah, I think it's the best time to watch horror films.
I really, really like watching horror films. I haven't done this for ages, but watching a horror film at midnight in the dark on my own. I used to do that a lot, and it's the best way to do it because you get properly freaked out. But I definitely couldn't do that with Hereditary because Hereditary is too scary.
Oh, see, I'm 3 hours away from the end of it on my audiobook. Right, so I'm in the thick of it, and because I listened to it on my commute, so I'm like walking home, and the park I have to walk through.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm listening to it walking through there, just like, this is fine.
Absolutely not.
And I think
you never actually told me which scene you got to in it. Which is just a bit of admin. Hold tight.
They're facing it as kids now.
Right. Okay. Oh yeah, because it does them. It runs.
He's just started the thing, the seance. I don't know,
the ritual of Chud.
That's the one.
Ah.
Ritual. That's the word I was looking for. Instead, I went with seance, which is an example of a ritual.
Also, The Ritual, very, very good horror film. Came out a couple of years ago. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I was going through doing that letterbox thing, and I was like, I've watched more horror films than I thought I had, but not as many as you have, because I think there's something wrong with you.
Well, we realised that I am 400 films ahead of you on Letterboxd. So
yeah,
keep up.
In my defence.
In your defence, you had 4 years at uni, which meant that you could watch more films.
And do you know what I did instead?
I've
watched way more TV shows than you.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
If it was a similar thing for TV shows, I'd smash you out of the park.
Thanks.
Out of the park, not in the park.
Smash me in the park, in the dark, listening to horror audiobooks.
Well, I mean, it would just be appropriate, and then I could blame I could blame Stephen King, but who made me do it?
Which actually, the reminds me of The Conjuring 3. It was announced. The title is called The Conjuring. The Devil made me do it.
That makes a lot more sense, but that seems like a very intangible thing to blame, where you could just blame rap music.
Something that exists. Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I don't know. The media, video games, something that you can hutch and hold and blame your bad parenting on. What? So, speaking of bad parenting.
Hey, I like that. That was very slick.
On my block. As far as I can... Yeah, fuck it, might as well. I mean, if it's more with the bad parenting vibe, because at least in Everything Sucks, there is one parent that I remember seeing.
That's very true. Let me get rid of this and get rid of this. Okay, go. Do your thing.
Well, it's LA. It's very, very much set in the same... I guess this roughly the same sort of place that Boys in the Hood... No. Yeah, Boys in the Hood is set.
Yes.
Like that little bit of LA where it's just gangs.
I believe that they call it, Richard, the hood.
Yes. Or the block, I've also heard it referred to as.
Or
Well, we are.
that their deprived area, economically speaking. That's what else they call it.
Yeah. Like, it's just like, there's some kids, and you could mistake them for maybe the kids from Stranger Things.
Yep. Like, I don't think it's a mistake that they've done
I don't think it's a mistake that Netflix have
combination.
released 2 TV shows around the same sort of period as they've also been releasing, like, Stranger Things.
Well, isn't Everything Sucks? It's the
like,
Netflix thing as well. So, and that's
on
that's
my block, and
dated
Everything
as well.
Sucks came out like a month or 2 apart.
Yeah. And one
I
of them
don't-
actually, it's a period thing, isn't it? It's like it's the 90s puked on it.
Yeah.
But this one's a bit. It's,
Trying to see when Stranger Things came out.
It's 2016. Summer.
Okay,
of
so
2016.
these are a couple years after. So, Stranger Things season 3, talking about that, and it's not a bad thing. Like, it's clearly a good market to do different stories, like kid-centric stories in. And this one was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. I really like Montse. She's cool.
Yeah, I think it seems to be look like. Well, I mean, both of the shows look like they're going to deal with some fairly
Heavy
big
shit.
topics for like. Because I think you could be forgiven for a sort of going in and just being like, I think this is a kids show, but I don't think it is so much.
No.
I don't think it's particularly adult, but I don't think it's. I don't know. It's in that sort of like, I guess, coming of age show, really.
Yeah, which is, as previously we know, is a big thing for me. I do like coming of age shit.
Yeah. My only issue with it, I can't tell if all of the actors look too old or too young for the age they're supposed to be.
I had exactly the same thing, to the point where
Did you look up how old they're meant to be?
I didn't do that, but what I had was possibly actually slightly weirder. I thought they'd used like a set of younger actors for the first scene, and then when she comes back from writers' camp, I thought they might have just used like the proper cast, that would carry on with the whole thing.
Oh, interesting. I assumed that they might have just left it a little while. Like, just sort of gone, well, I mean, how much can they grow up in 7 weeks? And then just start filming again.
Yeah, maybe.
And it's Netflix. They can afford to do stuff like that. Like,
They have a time machine. They have literal time machines at Netflix. That's what I heard.
oh, that's what Timeless is.
Oh, wait, hang on.
That's how they
Timeless.
film
Which
all of their shows.
Which one was Timeless? Was
Uh,
Timeless
time
the one
travelling.
with the TARDIS? That wasn't a TARDIS. It was a big clock. A
Yeah,
big
yeah.
round thing.
Yeah, that's Timeless.
Okay. What was the other time travel thing? Oh, Frequency. But that wasn't Netflix, was it? That
Frequency.
was fucking great. That was your show of the year last year, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it's incredible. I love that show.
Speaking
It's
of
so
which,
good.
actually, we will be doing our. Yeah, we are doing top 5, aren't we? At some
Yeah.
point, we don't.
And
know-
we might do an honourable. What is the worst show we've watched?
I think we can cover that in the. 'Cause,
Entourage.
we can't keep going on about. I mean, I know exactly what mine's going to be. I mean, if you were looking at the document, I'm not making it blindingly obvious right now.
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
No, it was shite. Anyway, yeah, on my block, Montse, she wants to be a writer. She goes away to a writing camp. She comes back, and her friendship group has changed. Caesar, he's a
Gangbang.
emperor. Oh,
See,
yeah.
he's the one that throws me off. Like how
'cause-
old they're meant to be, because he looks.
And also because he's a terrible actor. Oh, said it.
Oh no, I think it's just because he looks older than everyone else.
I might just punctuate everything I say with just a little bit of a sting. So
Something to do with rulers.
just 'cause he's a terrible actor. Maybe
Who
that
needs
should be
soundboards.
more of a.
That's
Oh,
your
that doesn't work.
catchphrase.
There we go. It sort of worked there. My catchphrase is this noise.
Yeah. It's we're not very good with words.
Um,
But yeah,
Not
he
ma-
looks
not
like
many-
he's because they're meant to be like 13, 14.
Are they actually?
I think that's the age range you start high school in America.
no way. She looks way older than 13.
Yeah, they all do. I mean, in reality, it's because they are.
Date of birth 2004. Bloody hell.
That's still like 17, 16. I don't. Oh, maths. No. Yeah, 2004 would be like 15 now.
Shit, yeah, that's terrifying. I started secondary school in 2004. They held me back again and again and again.
Then you must have really rushed through your degree,
Yeah,
which
it
would
was
explain
weird.
the gardening.
I started school and I stayed at school really late, but I managed to brush through uni absolutely fine. It was something of a miracle.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a BA. I'm such a dick.
What are you? You're a bang, aren't you? You're BEng.
Nah, bisque.
Bisque. Oh, science.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, because video games are science. They're not an art.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. But also, again, it was from Solent, so it's still not
It's
great.
not really worth the paper it's written on. The S in mine probably stands for Solent.
the,
Bachelor of Solent cunts.
the A in mine stands for apathy.
Solent couldn't spell apathy. I'm surprised they could spell arts. So, what did you think of it?
I liked it. I didn't love it. I thought the tone is kind of off again, because this is my thinking of it. When you have stuff relating to gangs, I kind of feel like it's difficult to have it in a tone where it's like I never felt like they're in any real danger. Not really, but I think that might be just because it's of the age it's pitched at.
Yeah.
So the whole story with Caesar joining the gang, it's believable, and like the fact that Caesar's told this story, like told everybody that they had sex before she went off to writers' camp.
But that's the thing, it's not a story, apparently it's true.
Well, yeah, but like the whole fact, the reason that the fact that he betrayed her trust in telling people when she said not to, that was
Yeah.
all very believable, and her anger with it, I was like, oh, that cum's gonna get smacked. And then when she confronts him and he's in front of his brother and the other gang members and says like, oh, if you're gonna sit on my face, we need you to shut that mouth of yours or whatever. That I was like, fuck me, you are a massive bellend. And then like when she forgives him, like he sneaks into her house and scares the shit out of her to the point she pulls a baseball bat on him. He sits down and goes, right, here's the thing. And she goes, yeah, go on then, explain your fucking self. And she goes, I am a brother. And she goes, oh yeah, no, never mind. I was like, hang on a minute, it's going to take a bit more than just literally name checking your brother.
Yeah, it is weird, because I don't know, it's just, I feel like if it was a story about just those two, I'd probably like it more. I don't think the other friends really add or take away much. They're just kind of there.
Yeah, I think they do try and lay some groundwork in that, like, okay, so one of them's struggling with living with a big family in a small place. The other one is struggling with his dad thinking he's one person and he's absolutely not that person. That, I think, is just setting stuff up for later, where the main story is going to be this relationship between Montse and Caesar. So, I mean, like you said, I could do without them, but I think it is just that it's trying to get you on side with them right off the bat.
Yeah, maybe it's trying to use them as an extra viewpoint, so you can see like the relationship from her point of view, like the two involved's point of view, but then also see it from like their friend's point of view.
Yeah.
Because obviously they don't know about it as well, so it's going to be, oh, they're going to try and keep it a secret. Are they going to West Side Story it? Is that what they're going to do?
I mean, if I'd seen West Side Story, I'd know what you're talking about.
Ah, well, they're going to Romeo and Juliet it. I was trying to relate it more to, because it's the same story but there's gangs instead of families.
Oh, right. Fair enough. And presumably with songs as well.
Yeah. Oh, the songs. Oh, there are songs.
That's a shame. You don't mind a musical, do you? You went to see
I-
a few when we were at uni.
I like a musical, me.
I fucking hate them. I just hate them.
Well, that's why you're going to be sad for the rest of your life.
Well, I mean, I'm not.
Nah, I mean, you are. So I'm
Oh.
going to make you go to some fucking musicals.
If you pay for my tickets, I will sell them to other people.
I don't think that's really in the spirit of me forcing you to go to musicals. So next year we're doing co-musicals.
What would that be called? Like co-singer? No, not co-singer. What would be a term that applies exclusively to musical? Co-jazz and wankers.
I mean, the marketing writes itself.
I just that's the trouble is I think musical and I just think of cunts on stage on bended knee with a big shit eating grin and all doing jazz hands like, hey, look at us, aren't we fantastic? Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Go and watch Ratcatcher and tell me that's not art. Fuck you. Sing a song of bin bags.
Do you know the problem is, right? I think you might have seen the wrong musicals.
You find me a single musical doesn't have jazz hands somewhere in it. Saying that, I did really like the film of Les Miserables. That was really good. But
I haven't seen that because it's too serious for me. I want wanky jazz hands.
oh, fuck that. They're just shit. They're just fucking awful.
I'm thinking more of like musicals that you go and see in a theatre, not
Yeah,
so
I
much
hate that.
musicals that you see, like not like the films.
I hate that more because they're doing it earnestly in front of my actual human eyes. You cannot be taking this seriously. You're fucking singing about all sorts. You're dressed up as a bunch of cats. And you're going, oh, I'm a cat, he's a cat, we're all lovely, it's all nice cats, we want to be cats. It's like, oh, fuck off.
So,
That's my
how's
argument.
about we go and see some musicals?
If you pay for it, I'll go and see it. I will fucking heckle.
Just trying to imagine you heckling in like the middle. Because the thing is, the one that I want you to see is Wicked. How do you feel about The Wizard of Oz?
It's brilliant.
Right. So you like The Wizard of Oz,
No, I mean, well, it's not...
but you don't like a musical.
I used to like it when I was a kid because
All right,
it
well, just
reminds me
don't
of...
rewatch it. Just remember that feeling, and then we'll go and watch Wicked.
I was watching The Wizard of Oz once. It was on telly one Christmas, and I was feeling really, really Christmassy. And I remember feeling really happy because I switched it off and started playing the Phantom Menace game.
I remember. I'm trying to think. Like the one, I very rarely remember watching films at Christmas unless they're the new Star Wars film. But there was one Christmas I was watching. I think it was like Bridge to Terabithia, and I was like,
That's a shit film.
oh, this is gonna be a really happy film. And then halfway through, his best friend dies, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's Christmas. And it's like a proper. I haven't letterboxed that film. So do you want to talk about Everything Sucks? Because that's how you feel about musicals.
Okay, well, on my blog, genuinely, I did really enjoy it, actually.
I'm probably not going to watch the rest of it.
No, I don't think so. I mean, these two, they're slightly marred by the fact that I watched these earlier this evening while I was wrapping up Lisa's Christmas presents. So
you're saying them as Christmas TV shows?
yeah,
Set in LA,
not
traditionally a
not
good
one-
Christmas setting.
not a single Christmas tree to be seen. I do really quite like the bit where they hear gunshots, which that's could be like fairly shocking, and then they all start
just trying to
shouting
guess
at
what
which
it is.
caliber of bullet has been fired.
I really like that.
357. Yeah, I
I'll
like
tell
it.
you what,
I
actually,
like.
they're only 30-minute episodes, and there's only 20 of them.
That's like 100 hours.
No, it's not. Like, it took me a long time to just go, fucking
I
is
know. I
it?
was waiting for that. That's like maths hours.
It's like 10.
Anyway, I liked on my blog. Everything Sucks though. Fucking sucks. I really didn't like it.
It's weird because I think I preferred this.
Oh, hang on, is it a parody? I mean, the fact that I'm asking that.
I mean, I think it's definitely no. It's definitely. I think it's funnier. It's also been cancelled, but
oh, good.
Like I thought it was somewhere between Stranger Things and On My Block.
But there were no monsters.
I don't know. There was a big beaver.
How is your mother? Hang on.
It's good you've got a catchphrase now. Can you just, because we're going to record Coda X in a minute, can you just do it in that, but we won't ever explain it, so people have to come listen to this. People will just be asking like, so why does that cunt play so much time playing with a ruler? Oh, he lost his cock. Yeah, I think they're both trying to tell the same sort of story.
But like in the same way that in Stranger Things, the 80s is puked all over it, the 90s is like the fact that they're talking about that song.
They're talking about, like, the thing is, I think the reason I like this show is because they were talking about how stupid that fucking song is.
Yeah, but I'm sure I've seen comedy. I'm sure. Is it Ed Byrne that did it?
Ed Byrne does a massive bit, and they're pretty much saying the same sort of. They're saying it, but they're just being like, it's not. But Ed Byrne points out why it's not, and that's much smarter. But these are kids. Ed Byrne is an adult. He doesn't look it, but he is.
Didn't he also do? He did a bit about Back to the Future, where like there's a point where
he ruins Back to the Future because he's like, he would have come downstairs and Dad would have been like, "Did you fuck that guy in high school?"
It looks an awful lot like that guy who got us together.
Yeah. He's gonna understand. I wonder they're gonna fucking remember him. Yeah. And yeah, I mean these kids are like very intelligent because one of them's wearing glasses. And
look, I wear glasses, and what we can deduce from that is absolutely not a certificate of intelligence.
No, our degrees are certificates of intelligence.
No, they're not.
No, they are.
They just show we can be somewhere for a certain length of time. That shows we can exist.
No, because you don't get them for attendance. I know you don't get them for attendance. You get them for Googling the answers right.
Yeah.
And then paying loads of money. But I don't know, it's... Maybe I just like the 90s vibe in it. Maybe that's it.
What, because it reminds you of when you were a teenager?
Mate, I was in my 30s in 1990. No, I think it's... Maybe it's...
That fucking town exists. It's called Boring, Oregon, and it actually exists.
Yeah. The thing, as soon as I saw that on the school, I was like, oh, is this one of those things where, like, they've twisted a word? Like in
Schitt's
Mr.
Creek.
Robot, where he sees it, like, the E company as Evil Corp, but no one else does. I was like, oh, is it going to be something like that? And then I was like, no. That's a real place. But, I don't know, it seems like it's going to deal with the same sort of topics. And maybe be a bit more like... I guess maybe the 90s would have been a more interesting, like, coming of age time. Because, like, right at the start, they're talking about, like, sexuality and stuff. Where they're like, oh, he signed the act that defines marriage as between a man and a woman. And then she's
I think she's pissed off about that.
What gave it away? Was it her having a fiddle with a bunch of titties in front of her and her dad coming in and be like, don't worry, you don't have to look like these women.
Wait, wasn't that a different girl?
No, same girl.
Oh shit, I really wasn't paying attention. Okay, I thought she was just some girl that was in it at the beginning, but okay, cool.
Yeah, and then she's just sort of like, and he's just like, oh, don't worry about that. Men will love all women. And...
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's an awkward conversation anyway. But, like, it's made worse that she's dealing with stuff and he's emotionally retarded.
Yeah, he is an absolute fucking... But saying that, his heart's sort of in the right place, because I think he realises, like, you're going through something. He's just got his eye on completely the wrong thing of what it is.
Yeah, it's nice that he's there. Like, in both of these shows, none of the other fucking parents are. He's the only parent in 2 TV shows. I watched an hour of fucking telly and saw, like, maybe 3 grown-ups. It's weird.
I was going to say something really horrific then, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I didn't really like the kids in this that much.
The only kid I liked was Zach. The other 2 are a bit like there.
Which one's Zach?
He's the main one. Like the one that he's the one the girl comes with. Not comes with because she doesn't like him like that. She doesn't like
Zach?
boys.
Isn't his name Luke?
Oh, piss! I read the actor's name.
Yeah,
Poor.
his name's not Zach.
Oh, well, I don't like him anymore then. Luke's such a shit name. He should be called Zach, because Zach was in Power Rangers, and Power Rangers is cool.
That was around in the 90s, there you go.
Exactly. That's
And
what he did after this.
So. You've confused a young black boy with a black man who was famous for being on a TV show in the 90s.
I think it's a very easy mistake
to
to
make.
make.
The whitest thing you've ever done. While being a fan of hip hop.
Well. Yeah, but he's the only kid in this that I was sort of like,
Yeah, same.
maybe you're alright. And I mean, like...
Well, Kate was... I thought she was quite cool.
I think, again, it's like, if you just take away all of the other characters and just leave it with those 2, I'd probably be fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, that's the thing, I don't think the shows are bad. I think it's just there are too many characters and it's trying too much to be like, look, here is a show with 4 children. Do you remember we did Stranger Things? Look, here's 4 children. Do you remember we did Stranger Things? Here's some children. Watch our stuff. Do you remember we did Stranger Things?
Yeah, it's quite the message that Netflix is sending across when it's, look at kids!
As soon as you finish the episode, it's like, do you want to keep watching this? Or would you like to watch Stranger Things?
These kids be fucking!
Yeah, but that's the thing. I was sort of like, I was watching it, I was like, it's a bit of a weird move for Netflix to make, but fair enough. Fair play to you. Just employ all the kids. It's fine. That's why the TVs are so short. They can't have them on set for very long.
That's true, and that's actually why they employ twins a lot.
Yeah,
because you can swap them out like real babies.
that's why people have twins. So they have one. They've got like a front of house kid and the kid that's going to achieve things. So I don't know where my twin is.
And
Probably out there achieving things.
if it dies, make another one. It's not that hard.
I think that's a pretty good point to leave it, I guess.
I think we'll probably leave it. That's it. That's Co-Pilot Series 4 done. What remains now is to do our top 5s, which we could do tonight, actually. We could just tag it on to the end after we've done co-directors.
I'm up for that, yeah.
Sick.
Okay, let's do it.
We'll
Top
do
5's
that.
coming soon.
This
Well,
is
I say
this-
soon.
We've watched some really good stuff this year. I did enjoy it. I'm really looking up at what's coming up. Sorry for Series 5. There is a whole bunch of shit I'm looking forward to watching there, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that I've not heard of. And as we know, those are the best ones to watch.
There's some stuff I've put in there for you, pretty much. Like, there's some stuff that I'm like, ooh, I think Joe's gonna like that.
Like Castle Rock and 11/22/63, which are now the 2 Stephen King properties for you, who is now a Stephen King super fan.
Well, yeah, they're there for me now, but they were there for you.
And Doctor Who, we're doing the Doctor Who, which is the only time we received an email.
Yeah, that
any
is
correspondence,
yeah.
and we're actually doing it. It's going to have taken us 18 months to do it.
Yeah,
But
but
we are getting there.
we're doing it. And
Are we going to have our 100th episode? Is that 100th episode of Co-Pilot? Or
Yep.
100 plus?
we've already unofficially done 100. We didn't even notice.
Yeah.
I sent you a text and you were like, oh, fuck, yeah, we have.
That one feels a bit more legit because we're continuing with Co-Pilot.
Well, I mean, Code Race isn't dead. It's just going to change. I think, in some way that we're yet to figure out.
Maybe.
We'll see. It might get. Maybe it'll get replaced with something better. Maybe it'll.
That's an idea. Let's just try, we could try and do something else. Anything else.
Yeah.
Mind you, the problem was the problem I found was just doing 2 podcasts, because keeping track of it and everything, and the fact that I just had no free time, which hopefully in the future will change.
Well, it's just get a new job. It'll be fine. Easy.
Thanks.
Well, that's enough like admin-y stuff, because we're going to be talking for about another 2 hours, I imagine.
Yeah. So it's
bullshit.
Goodbye from me.
And the ruler. Don't forget. Yeah, what's the name of your ruler?
Oh no!
Oh. There goes our catchphrase.
Oh shit! This has gone from a 20 centimetre ruler to a 14.2 centimetre ruler. I mean, it was inevitable, really.
I mean, it happens to the best of us.
Still works, though. Oh.
And now that that's all done, this is what Joe does before we start recording.
And clap in 3, 2, 1. That's how I clap.
Funny noises.
I clap with a ruler.
Well,
Basically,
you've only got one hand.
We tried starting our pocket, and then to sync the audio, you got to do a big noise. You got to clap or something. But this time, I decided.
Why did you clap twice?
To make this noise. Oh, hang on, that wasn't quite very good. Oh, that's too low. Hang on. There we go. Professional. Yeah, try syncing up those spikes, you dick. He's talking in